You wake up a few minutes earlier than usual. Not because of an alarm, but because something feels different. For a moment, you stay completely still, trying to understand what woke you. The room is quiet. The sky outside is still dark blue. Then you notice it. The silence. No traffic yet. No voices in the hallway. Even the building itself feels asleep. And somehow, that silence feels rare. Almost hidden. You reach for your phone instinctively, then stop halfway. A strange thought crosses your mind. What happens to the brain when the day begins slowly instead of suddenly? You don't know the answer yet, but something about this quiet moment makes you curious enough to stay inside it a little longer. Welcome to Calm English, a place where you learn English through quiet stories, immersive moments, and natural thoughts. Today's story is about the psychology of calm mornings, why certain mornings change the entire feeling of a day, and why your mind learns better when it begins slowly. You sit up carefully. The apartment feels unusually peaceful today. Too peaceful, maybe. For a second, you wonder why the upstairs neighbors are so quiet. Usually, someone is moving furniture or dropping something heavy on the floor. But this morning, there is nothing. Only stillness. And strangely, the silence makes your own thoughts easier to hear. You walk slowly toward the kitchen. Morning light stretches across the wooden floor in long, pale shapes. You open the window slightly. Cool air enters immediately. Fresh, clean. The city outside feels slower than usual. A cyclist moves quietly down the street below. A man walks a small dog past the bakery on the corner. Then another question appears quietly in your mind. Why does the bakery already have lights on, but no customers inside? You watch for another moment. Finally, you notice an older woman sitting alone near the window with a newspaper and coffee. Maybe she comes every morning before the rush begins. Maybe calmness is part of her routine too. You begin preparing coffee slowly. Water pours into the kettle. The sound feels grounding somehow. Simple routines often do. And maybe that is another answer. Calm mornings reduce uncertainty. The brain relaxes when actions feel familiar and predictable. You notice how differently your body feels compared to stressful mornings. No sudden movement. No checking notifications immediately. No rushing thoughts arriving all at once. Just one action, followed by another. The kettle begins to hum softly now. Steam rises slowly into the cool kitchen air. You lean slightly against the counter while waiting. And then you notice something unexpected. Across the street, the small bookstore is open unusually early. Why is the bookstore open at this hour? The owner usually arrives much later. You continue watching from the window. After a moment, you see him inside, rearranging books slowly beneath warm yellow lights. Calm movements, unhurried, as if the entire morning belongs only to him. And suddenly the scene feels strangely comforting. People everywhere beginning their quiet routines. One person making coffee, another opening a bookstore, another reading alone in a bakery. Small rituals protecting the mind from chaos. You pour your coffee slowly into a cup. The warmth spreads into your hands immediately. Then quietly, naturally, English begins flowing into your thoughts. The morning feels calm today. I can hear the city waking up slowly. I am standing near the window. The air feels cool and fresh. My body feels relaxed. I do not need to rush this morning. The sentences arrive naturally, not like exercises, more like thoughts forming quietly in the background. You sit near the window and watch the street below. The city is becoming brighter now. More movement, more sounds. But your mind still feels steady. And then another thought appears. Why do some mornings create anxiety before the day even begins? Maybe because the brain searches for danger when waking too quickly. Unfinished tasks, noise, pressure, immediate stimulation. But calm mornings interrupt that pattern. They teach the nervous system a different rhythm. Slower thoughts, slower breathing, slower reactions. You take another sip of coffee. Outside, rain begins unexpectedly. Light at first, soft drops tapping gently against the glass. The people below begin opening umbrellas one by one. The sound changes the atmosphere immediately. The morning feels even quieter now, more contained somehow. And then you realize something important. Calmness is not created by perfect conditions. It is created by attention, by how slowly you enter the day, by whether your mind has space to breathe before the world demands things from it. You notice your shoulders again, softer now, your jaw more relaxed, your breathing deeper without effort. The calm morning has already changed your body before the day has truly begun. And maybe now you understand the psychology behind it. Calm mornings are not lazy. They are restorative. They teach the brain safety before stress arrives. They create emotional space before responsibility fills it. And quietly, while you listen, your English improves in the same way. Slowly, naturally, without force. You glance outside one final time. The bookstore owner is placing another stack of books near the window. The woman inside the bakery is still reading calmly beside her coffee. The rain continues softly across the street, and the city keeps waking up around them all. But inside this moment, everything still feels calm. And perhaps that calm can stay with you a little longer today.